friends, and welcome back to another video. I'm so glad you're joining me today. And if you're new here, hi, I'm Shauna. I'm a full-time working mom. I have two kiddos. I have a 9-year-old son and a 7-year-old daughter. And around here, we are just trying to stay on top of our schedules, get all the errands done, get our to-do list checked off, just all of the things. So today we are going to be focusing on cleaning and organizing my kids' bedroom. So currently my kids share a bedroom by their choice, but they are finally ready for their own rooms. So what we currently use is like our playroom is going to be going back to my daughter's room. So we've got to clean out all of the toys and the things from there, find new homes for that so that we can make room for her bed and all of the other things she's going to need in there. And then we're going to, of course, have to reorganize my son's room and get everything situated in there for him. So lots of cleaning, lots of rearranging and refreshing and resetting, just all of those things. So that's what we're going to be doing today. If you haven't already subscribed, I'd love for you to subscribe down below and stick around for more mom life and cleaning content. But we have lots to get done. We may not get it all done today. We might have to do a little bit over the course of this week since there is so much that needs done to get their rooms ready. So just know it's maybe more than just a one-day thing. We're probably going to be working over this over the next week, but we do have lots to get done. So let's just get right to it. So basically, to get these rooms started, we had to move some things around. We had to move one bed out of the shared bedroom and into the other one, and this was the playroom, or what we'd been using as the playroom, and we had to clear out some of the toys to make room for the bed. So that's kind of what we're doing here. We'd cleared out some of the toys from this room. We were vacuuming from all the good little dust bunnies we found hiding under there, and then we're getting this bed put in place because this is going to be back to my daughter's room instead of the playroom. I will also be moving one of the cube shelves that had been in her room into my son's room because his room is the bigger of the two, and of course my daughter's the one that tends to have more of the toys and the clothes and the accessories, and she technically needs the bigger room, but the bigger room's always been my son's, so it just kind of is what it is. So we're having to move some of the shelves of toys and stuff and books into his room because he has a little more space for it. And now I'm just trying to tidy up some of this room. Again, having to move some of this stuff out of here and make room for a bed is definitely meaning I need to organize some of this stuff. So trying to clean up the top of the dressers, trying to move some of these stuffed animals and the things that I can into her closet so that way it doesn't feel so jam-packed and crammed. I definitely wanted to feel cozy and welcoming and not cluttered. If you hear that meowing in the background, that's just Tucker wanting to say hello to everyone. And now I'm getting the sheets put on my daughter's bed and her trundle bed. Each kid is going to have a trundle bed underneath their bed, so that way if they want to have sleepovers in each other's rooms, they can, or if they ever have friends come over for sleepovers, there's options for all of that. And it was at this moment when I went to try to push the trundle bed underneath her bed that we realized we had her bed upside down. So we had to quickly flip it. I knew something looked different about it. Even my daughter was like, why does my bed look different? Well, it's because we had it upside down. So we had to flip it over and then just get the mattress put back on top and the trundle slid underneath.
Every change has a reason, baby, let it come to you. Every soul, every season lives outside of status quo. If we stop believing we're meant to be, expanding our abilities. If the passion's gone, we are doing it wrong. Baby, you and I should start living now.
And as always, our cats have to be a part of the process too. Here is Sully making himself at home on the mattress. Every time I try to move the mattress, he wants to hop right on top of it and make himself cozy and at home. Now for real this time, I'm able to get the trundle bed pushed under, and then we are going to get the blankets put on my daughter's bed. Since it is Christmas time, it's only fitting that I go ahead and put on her little Christmas blanket instead of her other blankets that she uses. Neither of my kids love comforters. They are all about the fuzzy blankets. So she has this pink and gingerbread Christmas soft cozy blanket that she likes every year. We had a few of our Christmas pillows, and then she has her Max stuffy from when we went to go see the Grinch musical last year. So now that we have gotten a lot done in my daughter's room and it's mostly put together, we are going to head into my son's room and get a few things taken care of. So the first thing we're going to do is vacuum where the other bed used to be and give the whole room a vacuum, but especially concentrate on this area where the bed used to be because there were definitely all kinds of dust bunnies. And one of the traditions we do before the first day of school is they have little confetti that goes under their pillow. Well, we found lots and lots of that confetti underneath the bed. So that had all been hiding there since August, basically. So we needed to go ahead and get that vacuumed up. And now I'm just trying to rearrange some of the furniture. Like I said, he now has 2 sets of cube shelves in his room. And then he also has his nightstand here. So I'm just trying to get everything arranged, try to get this light arranged, just trying to figure it all out now that we have so much more space to work with. But again, that's the nice thing with his room is there is tons of space to work with and make sure we get everything to fit. I'm also going to go ahead and get his Christmas blanket on his bed. His is a red Star Wars Christmas blanket. He has always loved Star Wars. He's not like the biggest fan ever. He's like a sports fanatic through and through, but he also loves Star Wars. So he always looks forward to having his little Christmas Star Wars blanket on his bed this time of year. He also has this cool Chewbacca pillow that he likes having on his bed. So that always goes perfectly with the little Christmas Star Wars blanket too. So now we are on to the next day. We had to split everything up here because we just couldn't get it all done in one day. It would have been nice, but this honestly happened over the course of a week. So now we are back in my daughter's room and we are setting up her little Christmas tree. We got a new one. Again, we only had one small Christmas tree because they used to share a room. So we had to get a new one for her room this year. And she wanted a white one with pink ornaments. So we were able to get this little tree from Five Below for like $5. And then these pink ornaments were on sale at Target for like $3 or $4. So it was reasonably priced and turned out super cute. Also in my daughter's room, I'm going to add this little gingerbread garland. I'm just going to hang it from her curtains. We already have this curtain rod here, so it made it really easy to just hang it from that and drape it across. And it was just a very cute gingerbread touch to add with all of the pink gingerbread themed items in her room. And while we were in here decorating, my daughter also asked if we could make use of some of the other Christmas decor that was originally for other parts of the house that didn't end up getting used. And she wanted to use it in her room to add a little bit more decoration. So we had this little gingerbread diner. We had 2 of these little ornaments with little girls that had gingerbread stuff on them and these pink little Christmas trees that she wanted added to her dresser. Now it is back over to my son's room where I'm hanging this leftover red, green, and gold garland. Again, my daughter's room was more of like gingerbread and pink theme. His is just your traditional reds and greens. His Christmas tree in the corner here is green with red garland, and then he has the green and red Christmas blanket. So I thought it was a fun little addition that he liked having added to his room this year. We didn't add any other decor because he just didn't want anything else. This was all he wanted. So this is how we ended up decorating his room this year. It is now again another day later on in the week, and we are adding another touch to my daughter's room. So one of the things she'd asked for when we talked about her having her own room was to have a little canopy over her bed. So we'd ordered this one off of Amazon, and I was just getting it set up and hung over her bed. And now, after all of the moving things around this week and getting the tree set up, we're going to do a final vacuum to kind of put the finishing touches on this room.
Let us lose ourselves.
I'm popping back into my son's room to do finishing touches on his room, to do a final vacuum. He definitely had some green pine needles from his Christmas tree all over the floor, so we got those vacuumed up, and Jess got his room finished up as well.
But we are one step closer. We're all in this together. Put your hand in mine. Yeah, we are one step closer. Can you feel it, baby?
Here is the final look at his room for now. So for both of my kids, once Christmas is done, I told them they could each pick out their own blankets or comforter set or whatever to start to make their rooms their own, kind of make them their own personalities, their own style, and that kind of thing. And I'm so excited just to kind of see what they pick out and some of the things they're going to do now that they have their own rooms.
Baby, it's the end of the line. It looks like we made it. Let's get it on, we got it going.
So now that we had wrapped up their rooms, there was one final spot for the kids that I wanted to decorate just a tiny bit, and that is their bathroom. So I had this little gingerbread rug for the floor, and then I just have some little Christmas light garland that I'm going to use on their mirror. But before I get to that, I needed to clean off everything, clean off this countertop, get a few things wiped down, and then I could hang the garland. I also wanted to switch out their soap dispenser for this fun little Santa dispenser that we've used the last few years. So nothing too crazy, just some subtle decor, but enough to make their bathroom fun and festive.
It looks like we made it. Let's get it on, we got it going, stand strong. It looks like we made it. Let's get it on, we got it going, stand strong. It looks like we made it.
And that's going to wrap it up for today's cleaning and organizing and decorating. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next one.